Hi, Stephan Kesting from grapplearts.com here. What I'm going to talk about today is a tiny little detail, and it may seem tiny, and I thought it was tiny and not worth pointing out, but in the last 2 days, I've had a conversation with a blue belt and a purple belt, and they both didn't know this, so I thought it'd be worth making a quick little video anyhow. So now, the first time this came up was from rear mount. We were talking about the harness position or the over-under or the seat belt, and pretty much both of these guys knew that you're supposed to grab one hand over, one hand under, and the bottom hand grabs the top hand. This is pretty well known. In fact, I've got another YouTube video, which I'm going to link to, that talks about this in detail. So we're here. Little tiny, maybe irrelevant detail, maybe a big detail that could change your game, is that this hand here is a fist. Why is that? Well, if this hand is open, number one, if he doesn't know what he's doing, or he doesn't think the ref is looking, or he's just some gonzo guy who came in from the street and he's trained in reality martial arts, and he doesn't have his knife, he doesn't have pepper spray, he doesn't have his extendable baton, he left his AK in the car, but he's here and he's reality trained, and my hand's open, he might start grabbing my fingers and start twisting them around. And I've had guys do this to me, and I was kind of, part of me wanted to choke the guy completely unconscious and curb stomp him. And the other part, the more grown-up part, was like, okay, this guy has no clue that you're not allowed to do this. I'm just going to try and not have my fingers broken. I'm going to win the match, and then I'm going to explain to him, never ever do that to me again, or if you start pulling my fingers, I'm going to start biting your face. Anyhow, I digress. So we're here. Keeping this in a fist stops the fingers from being grabbed. But even beyond that, the fist is like the knot at the end of a rope. It creates a natural anchor point for my other hand. If I'm here, it's actually a lot easier for him to strip the grip here with that hand or the other hand just pulling down, especially if my hand is slippery and sweaty. By making a fist, it creates an anchor point. Now I can get my seatbelt and I can practice or focus on taking my sternum and gluing it to the middle of his spine by pulling. The exact same thing applies in other positions. Say I'm mounted. The basic elbow knee escape involves somehow pushing his knee down, framing across his hips. And this is what I was running into with the blue belt. He was doing it like this. Trouble is, again, a good guy is going to be stripping the grip here, breaking my hands apart, or if I'm going here, my hands are broken apart anyhow, he'll be able to pick that up really easily. Instead, I want to be making this frame, grabbing my own wrist, again, the ball at the bottom of the rope, here. And then I can get my elbow inside his knee and push and start working for the escape and put him back in the guard. So, fist, hand, here. It's a little bit like, one last example. Give me your light please here, Richie. This works for the ankle lock. It works for the guillotine choke, but there's less body in the way, so it's easier to show with the ankle lock. This is his neck, this is his ankle, doesn't matter. This is the cup, this is the saucer, and I'm gripping the bottom of the cup with the saucer. If this hand's open, again, my fingers could get hurt, my hand could slip off. If I make a fist, grab it here, now I have got a really firm grip, and I can apply the ankle lock or the guillotine. Make a fist, make a saucer, put the two together.